There's an expression in business that I was introduced to years ago in 1997 with my business partner at the time, Ian Walker. We were starting a gourmet nut spread company in Vancouver called Skeet Nikes, and we were in a meeting with a broker. And eventually, nice young guy, we got around to the notion of discussing money and terms and percentages and all that kind of stuff. And he presented his sort of hard line in the sand as to what was going to work for him. And it was a number that, quite frankly, didn't work for us. And it was unfair, to be frank. And so there was an awkward silence as Ian, who was really the business mind behind the whole venture, looked at the proposal, and the guy, recognizing that it was an awkward moment, said, kind of laughed and then smiled and laughed awkwardly. Nothing personal, it's business, right? And wow, and I remember walking out of that meeting thinking, nothing personal. Like, we're three people in a room. Of course it's business. Or it's personal. I don't care if it's business or not. You have people involved. So all these years later, what I've come to realize is that expression is really an attempt to create a self-imposed hall pass, that you are able to treat people differently because money's involved, right? That you would do things to other people that you may not do otherwise if there wasn't money on the line. And hey, I believed in the same, or I followed the same sort of cousin of that expression, which was win at all costs. As an athlete, if it helped me win, I would do it. I didn't care if it wasn't great for someone else. It was all about me and my pursuit. And I see this, nothing personal, it's business, is really the cousin of that expression. And what I've realized now as a coach and working with executives and leaders and business owners is that, it's really a toxic way of looking at not just business, but life. And reason being is because even though winning at all costs may in fact bring you the win, or nothing personal, or it's just business, may in fact bring you the contract, it's an empty win. And at some point, it feels gross. So what we invite leaders to consider is a way of being, a paradigm, if you will, that embraces synergy, where it is about trying to explore a win-win situation where both parties can advance, right? Where it isn't one or the other. It's not one at the expense of the other. And where it has led me to in my competitive coaching as a rowing coach, but also in business coaching, is really inviting people to realize that that ultimately being in service of others is in service of us. On a business level as well, right? It brings us more success. The more we serve others, the more we serve ourselves. And when we look at business, when we look at life that way, not only does it improve performance, does it improve outcome, but it just serves humanity, right? It's better for society when we have a synergistic relationship with others, right? It isn't a zero-sum game where somebody walks away screwed and the other walks away as the victor, and that's just, it's just yuck, right? It's a gross feeling, and I can relate to that big time. So something to consider, right? If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, leader, to embrace this notion of the win-win strategy at any time that you can, right? And just see what comes of it, right? It doesn't have to be the aggressive, my way or the highway. One person comes out of this on top. See what you can embrace and what you can create in a synergistic win-win relationship. Okay? So enjoy the rest of your day. We're having some beautiful weather here on the West Coast. We're going to continue our run, and it's beautiful. So share the love, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again next time. Okay, bye everybody.